All right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Katanaut. Katanaut is a fast-paced Metroidvania-inspired action roguelite blending fluid combat with cosmic horror. Slash, dodge, and wield powerful abilities as you battle through a station sprawling with twisted, once human horror. Adapt, survive, and descend into the shadows to uncover dark secrets. Hmm. So I'm gonna take
So
a
you're
bit of
saying
an
you're
issue
not
with the whole.
piloting a so you're saying you're not piloting a ship that is also a Japanese sword.
No, no, you're not. Although it sort of looks like one if you squint and twist your head.
Granted,
Yeah,
that
I'll
Like,
take
twist
it.
is also probably gonna snap your neck, but
but anyway, so gonna take a bit of an issue with that whole Metroidvania inspired. Um, I guess in the broadest of strokes, I
Yeah,
can
well,
see what they would.
Metroidvania inspired. What do you mean? You either are or you aren't.
Yeah. Um, this is not. Uh, like I let me explain where this is coming from. It's because the levels themselves are kind of maze-like. You know, the goal of your regular levels is to find the door to the next area. But it's built much more like Dead Cell um, than a Metroidvania. And Dead Cells is not a Metroidvania. This is not a Metroidvania. Like, one of the key characteristics of a Metroidvania search action, exploratory platformer, whatever you want to call them, is a not like a persistent, interconnected world. This is a procedurally generated stage to stage world. Um, so, and you really don't get abilities to overcome gates, obstacles, or things that block your progress. Uh, the formula surrounding Katanaut here is very very rogue like in the modern sense of the word. Um, Once again, if you play Dead Cells, you've probably seen the system, or like I said, there's just so many games where you know you die, you um, go to the overworld area, so to speak. The safe zone where all of the storekeepers are that will allow you to unlock the powers and upgrade your character for the metagame. Um, and you will also meet those people in the mazes. Um, and you unlock it with the meta currency that you get in the regular stages, and so on and so forth. Like I said, in terms of that, it's all very formula. Um, where this game exceeds is in both its presentation and its mechanics and its game feel. Like, uh, honestly, more people need to be talking about this game because this is the highlight from the new Acclaim's opening salvo. Um, I didn't get that much time to play it this week. As mentioned, it was kid watching week, and this is absolutely a game I couldn't play in front of them. In case you can't see it on screen,
there's a lot of blood.
like, yeah, I mean, they probably would have loved it, but their father would not have been happy if this were in front of their eyeball.
Yeah, they're a little young to be doing this. You know, this.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I got about 2 hours into this because once again, like so many other roguelike things, roguelike platformers, it's hard. It will stomp you, especially when you get to the boss. Though honestly, I think my biggest problem with this game is when you take damage. Um, you'll know you take damage because everything will slow down, and I just found that really annoying. But what is it? Anyway, getting back
So
in
in this
terms
case,
of
the Metroidvania inspired means 2D action platformer.
yes, and even then, like this is much more Vania than Metroid. Specifically Alucard with all the sword swinging.
Well, yeah, but that's still, you expect a certain amount of linearity or non-linearity, and it sounds like this is less that.
Yeah. But yeah, your main attack is your katana. Both the regular slashes and the powered slashes. Admittedly, I wasn't a big fan of the powered slash because they work how you would think. You hold down the slash button and you will get a more powerful slash. But it's like you kind of like I never 100% figured out how it worked because you can't just like charge in, or I guess you had to have enough stamina, or you, like, and it kind of worked against the flow of the combat. Because once again, I direct you to the on-screen right now, and it's very fast, very fluid, very kinetic action, and a charge move just is the antithesis of what you're actually doing in the game. So you're honestly not going to be using it all that much. And to supplement that, you have your gun. Your starting weapon is a pistol with 3 bullets. And of course, one of the things that can get powered up is both the amount of bullets, both temporary and permanent, and the type of gun. You know, laser pistols, shotguns, machine guns, what have you. You know, not an exactly surprising arsenal, but once again, all executed very well. And then you have the, like, I guess, shield moves that you collect throughout the levels. Once again, that is a thing that is subject to permanent and temporary unlocks. And that's really it. Like, it's not a complicated game. You know, and it's not a surprising game in terms of what it's doing mechanically. Like here, your upgrades. Oh, right. Also healing. You get syringes. They're not Ols like syringes or Eustace flask or anything like that. Thank God. That is to say, you know, you don't get to a save point, bonfire, whatever's being represented here, and then the enemies come back. No, this is more classical game progression. And once again, to start out, you only get the 1 syringe, but you can find syringes in the field, and also you can also unlock them permanently and temporarily. You know, it's just this is a really good action game. I don't think I can put it any plainer. Like it's buttery smooth. The combat feels great. It's difficult, but not like not like it's not. How do I put this? bone-crushingly difficult. It felt like it seemed like a good challenge. Once again, it's just I didn't have the time or the space to really get into this, and I am disappointed in that. Graphically, it's very stunning, and also it doesn't really look like any other game I can think of. Now, like I compare it to Dead Cells quite a bit, but that's mainly in terms of its like mechanics and design. Graphically, this is not Dead Cell. It is Katanaut. And yeah, that's about all I got in terms of like actual review stuff. It's a really, really good action roguelike platformer. And it comes in at a price of a very odd $17.99. Like, we don't get that a lot. But I think this game can harangue $18. And yeah, I see this being on my best of list. Petty, you've been playing the game. Anything you want to add to the conversation here?
It seems interesting. It's one of those ones. Again, I also wish I had time to sit down with it, but life.
Yeah. I mean, such is the rigors of life. Like, anything you wish to add, Golix, or ask?
Not really. It does look interesting. I'm still a little bit annoyed at the phrase Metroidvania inspired. But I kind of get it. Like, it has
Yes.
moment-to-moment feel kind of like some Metroidvanias, but...
Right. No, I understand that. Anyway, so yeah, go and pick this one up like now. It is absolutely the highlight of the new Acclaim's current portfolio. Definitely the best one we have reviewed so far. Granted, they've only put out the 4 games, but more are soon on their way, and will probably be making their way into the review queue when they get released.
It's fun when you make
Anyway,
friends with the dev crew.
yeah, I guess it's even funner when they know who you are. Like,
For
anyway,
more on that, will you
so
go listen to the
yeah,
interview?
yeah.
Casual
And
plug.
speaking of
Casual
such
plug.
things, yeah, speaking of such things, we have reached the end of the review session. So that means we have reached the point where we talk about the week ahead. Coming up on Wednesday, June 17th, we'll be welcoming Rob Huska of Sawtooth Game. They are currently working on Revenge of the Firstborn. Revenge of the Firstborn is a turn-based role-playing game based on the 3.5 SRD rule set and inspired by classic games such as
Okay,
the
that's
Gold Box
interesting.
games, Temple of Elemental Evil, and Baldur's Gate. It combines in-depth combat mechanics with an engaging story for a unique yet familiar experience. Revenge of the Firstborn also includes a fully fleshed out roguelike mode for endless exploration and monster fighting. Golix, what is SRD rules?
Okay, so SRD stands for System Reference Document. It is the online repository of the Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 D20 system rules with all of the proper nouns filed off.
Gotcha. So yeah, we will be talking about that. on Wednesday. And let me see here. Once again, the weekly reminder, there is no MSP, on break till August, yada, yada, yada. Coming up on Friday, June 19th, we do have a Friday show this week. We'll be welcoming back to the program Jose Donaire of Tetsura Games. If you remember Tetsura Games, they are one of the myriad of boutique publishers of physical titles.
Well, I guess an asterisk
Yeah.
on that, I may be having that we may have to cancel the interview for me to take stuff for the dump. It depends if the friend is off work on Friday.
Right. I guess that is pending, but that is what is scheduled for
Yes.
now. Um, anyway, so obviously, Tetsuro will have a whole host of new titles to talk to us with, both in terms of like digital publishing and physical publishing. Plus, we will get an update on how the physical publishing is going, because if you remember the first time around, they were feeling the squeeze because of the tariff situation. Obviously, that is really no longer a factor, but we've got other real world bottlenecks going on right now. In their case, the Iranian conflict is probably gumming up the works in various ways. So more on that potentially on Friday. So until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.